El Ramo. We're talking about existential threat deflation. That's what the Coke 1% master narrative official story is all about. It's threat deflation. Here we sit, and it's getting hot. It is hot. It's a good thing we're in the shade, because it's happening. Shit is happening. You circle around the stupa and shit happens. You circle around the stoma and the leaf falls from the tree.
You can swear too.
Oh.
You haven't been able to swear in a while.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Go for it.
I've gotten out of the habit. I bleep myself. This whole radio show is like self-bleeping. You can't say fuck. What is the matter with American radio? Community standards. You could commit a chainsaw massacre and still it'd be okay. But to say what hopefully you're still doing. Hopefully you're still doing it. Because if you're an old man like me in a broken body, unless you're lucky, and as it turns out, I am lucky, you don't get to do the deed. In fact, you don't even get it up, or get it wrong, or get it right. Uh-oh. Better self-circulate. You take a deep breath. It comes of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We do what we can to make things better. But they get worse anyhow.
Why do things get worse?
It's getting worse because the nightmare continues. It's Trump time.
Have you gotten a call yet to be part of the administration?
The alt-white right. That's me. I'm the alt-white last right. I'm the last person they call. After Steve Bannon leaves, they call me.
I'm sorry your speech at the free speech rally was canceled. Would have been fun to hear you speak.
Well, free speech, I'm not that interested in free speech. I'm interested in free lunch. But that doesn't happen that often either. So the thing is, with an old broken body, it gets sciatica and scoliosis and hemorrhoids.
Oh, disgusting.
It is. It's disgusting. There just isn't enough on American TV about hemorrhoids. You see a lot about Trump, but you don't see anything about his hemorrhoids. Why is that?
Is that a riddle?
Conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. Is it real? Would I tell you anything that wasn't real?
No, is it a riddle?
It's real. You wonder, what could possibly happen? What could possibly go wrong? You've got Donald Trump in the White House, and you've got Kim Il-jung.
Now, Kim, I think, is someone you could work with.
I think he's related to Carl Jung.
You think so?
Animus and anima are the things with the Jung brothers. And then today, I went to Kendall Square today. That's where the future is, Kendall Square.
Why is the future there?
Because that's where they're making CRISPR. CRISPR cash. CRISPR is a cash cow.
What are you talking about? Oh, CRISPR. Isn't that something about DNA or something?
DNA. You can make better people. You will never be remade, my friend.
Oh.
Once they have CRISPR, your type is gonna go extinct. But that's okay, because we're all gonna go extinct. Extinction 2112 is coming up, and I know that with 2020 hypo hindsight.
Hey, can I quiz you about global warming?
Global squarming. Global warming is no longer what they say. They call it climate catastrophe.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Tell me, what is the most potent greenhouse gas in the atmosphere right now?
Farts. That's what's happening.
Really?
It's cows farting and people farting. If we could stop the cows and the people from farting, we wouldn't have any trouble. And us 36, we are Larson ABCdarians.
What does that mean?
Larson C, for those of you who aren't paying attention, just fell off. The biggest glacier.
They're always falling off, Neil.
They are always falling off, but then what happens is you have a meltdown, like 2008. It's just like that. That's what's going to happen. Mark my words.
They're still there.
To market.
They're still there.
Well, we got to talk a little bit about market fundamentalism. It's not working. The Coke 1%. Master narrative,
but
official story.
Shouldn't we let
not working?
Shouldn't we let the free market solve poverty and hunger? Isn't that what it's built to do best?
You are exactly you. You remind me, my friend Mikey and Finnegan, who never woke up.
Who's Finnegan?
Finnegan's wake. Finnegan was supposed to wake up, but he never woke up, so we had to have his wake.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
And here I am, awake and awakened. Enlightenment is the only antidote. And we have the anecdata for that. It's coming along just the way we thought it might. The people who have predicted the Black Swan landing, 538.org, they predicted
what are you
that
talking
Donald
about?
Trump had a 1% chance of winning. He's the Black Swan and he's landed.
What's 538? Is that like 350.org?
Well, sort of, only less or more. But then you have to go down a one-way street, and when you do, you have to be very careful. We're going down a one-way street. This is a one-way street we're going down.
But this world has seen this one-way street many times.
It's coal-fired. We haven't had coal-fired nuclear power plants and spent fuel pools.
Yeah, but we've had megavolt.
Right down where you are, there's a spent fuel pool, Plymouth Pilgrim.
Yes.
Yes.
Otherwise known as.
Go and give your children a hot bath.
That place.
That's what the nuclear will heat the water for as long as you want.
That place is definitely a target and for terrorists.
And the whole of Cape Cod Bay has. They figured in the 40 years that Plymouth Pilgrim existed, all the water of Cape Cod Bay got circulated through it.
That's great. That's good news, so everyone can have warm water that glows in the dark.
Warm water. What could be wrong with that?
You can shave in the dark because you're going to use warm water and your face will glow in the dark.
Gels and ooze. That's what you need. And then you start getting boils.
That's disgusting.
Boils and hemorrhoids. But never mind. It's okay. It all comes with progress. We live in modern times and we live in the multiverse. In the multiverse, this is going to be a big help. And when we get to the multiverse, the Red Sox are going to win the World Series again.
Oh, I don't even care if they win.
The curse has been reversed.
Really?
The script
we know this.
has been flipped. And El Ramo told you.
You're El Ramo?
El Ramo.
Is that your new name? Is that your spiritual name now?
That's my spiritual, and I deliver concussion-proof, neuro-safe Tom Brady pajamas. You can get them from me for $200.
Seems a bit pricey.
If you could be prevented from getting a concussion, the sky's the limit. You wonder, though, could you take a deep breath if you had a concussion?
No.
Us 36, we're called the ominators because we feel that if we just go around all day going that the vibration in the multiverse will change. Because you don't, this is a little known fact, but it makes all the difference. The multiverse is asymmetrical.
Can you explain that?
Yes. First they thought there was supersymmetry with super partners, but they were unable to find the super partners. The super partners were etheric, as it turns out.
Mm-hmm.
But then they found that the bosons went through the Higgs field and that we're all bosons on this bus. And it's a magic bus. And on that magic bus, you get magic bullets for the silver screen.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. And where did you come up with all this stuff?
From the transnational multiverse.
Is that
the transliterated, translucent multiverse.
Do you read their newsletter or something?
I am their newsletter.
Ah, I see.
It's a spoken newsletter, and this is the first edition. So welcome to the first edition. This is the hard copy.
Mm-hmm.
So don't copy. You never know. Copying is immoral. It's plagiarism, and it's like Der Schwitz, who was a plagiarist. When he copied from Joan Peters' principles and her bogus argument to make his case for Israel.
Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about
I'm glad you're sick, because if you weren't sick, you'd probably be doing bad things.
Hey, so speaking of sick,
yes.
You should use this opportunity to tell the world what you want to be done after your passing. Like,
yes.
What do you want to happen to your body?
I want to be in the bardo, and in the bardo, I want the book, the American Book of the Dead, to be read on my behalf.
Oh, God.
And I want Leonard Cohen songs to play in the background to make people all airy-fairy and to make them tear up a little bit as they remember me and what a good person I was back in the day, even though they never really wanted to hang out with me because I was a little too weird for them.
Yeah.
But that is okay. I understand the weirding.
Can't we just put your remains in a coffee can and stick it on the shelf somewhere?
Can. How about an urn?
Urns cost money.
Urns cost money.
That's how about a coffee can?
A coffee can, Maxwell House, only Maxwell House.
Okay, and then should we be sad at your passing or should we rejoice?
Sad. I'll be in a better place, doing
really?
a better thing.
Will you keep in touch?
Out. Will I keep in touch? Yes. As long as you have a Ouija board, you'll be able to contact me anytime. I will do. Of course, you'll have to make a contribution to the seance fund.
Will you be keeping in touch with all the people in your life
I'll be on Dynasty.
Well, no, like
I'll be a Dynasty.
Will you?
I'll die nasty.
Will you be keeping in touch with and/or haunting the people that have done bad things to you in your life?
And the Andrea Doria. I'll be in contact with the Andrea Doria at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
And if I had my druthers, I'd be elsewhere, doing something else.
Why don't you just pack up, sell your belongings, and just go to the farthest land you can find and just spend your remaining years there?
I could go to the forest retreat.
Where's the forest retreat?
It's out in Western Mass.
No, why don't you? I'm saying go someplace, find a tree stand, and just live there.
I could go to Fiji, and have Fiji water.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And I could send you some. It's expensive.
Well, I think there's a reason for that. I heard there's a lot of corruption in the bottled water industry.
Well, we bottle our water in Flint.
That's a great place to bottle water if you want to drink
Well,
like
it
lead.
gives you some things, some vitamins and minerals added that you can't get anywhere else.
Well, some of us don't live in Flint, so we can't drink that water. So.
Well, that's why that's a market opportunity. That is a market opportunity, that you don't live in Flint.
You could move there.
I am moving there.
And you could become a guru to all the lost souls in
Well,
Flint.
my online presence is huge.
Yeah, when you say huge, it's relative, because huge could mean less than what you think it means.
No, this is huge.
Because judging by your viewership,
My viewership, for every eyeball that I get, there are lots of eyeballs behind that.
so basically you're talking about a bag full of eyeballs.
Well, it's a little bit evasive, I must admit. You're right about that.
Have you ever been accused of being cryptic and difficult to understand?
Being crippled. I've been accused of being mentally crippled. But I don't pay any mind to people like that, because who are they?
Exactly.
Exactly. They're living in the highly invasive, corrupt, corrosive capitalist system.
But aren't we all, though?
You can't be anything but post-concussive. And if you don't have your NeuroSafe and your Brady pajamas and your TB12 method, then you'll be climate traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get climate traumatized, bad things start happening. You start getting hot.
Really?
You just feel hot.
Why would you feel hot?
Because you're in the hot zone.
Well, just move to Alaska.
Then you get the tundra melting, and the permafrost melting.
There's miles and miles of permafrost. It's going to be around for a long time.
Good. You just keep saying that. Your great grandchildren will all be dead, and they'll curse your memory.
Great, I'll be famous. Nice.
Yes. I hope you're going to adopt more kids.
No way.
Yes.
Done.
You have to.
Done.
No, you need more. I'm going to take a deep breath, and we'll consider this carefully.
Okay. All right, I've considered it. I don't want any more kids.
You don't want it? You should have more kids.
I got 3. That's enough.
I think you need more. I think you need 3 times 3, or 3 squared.
3 squared.
Yes. Then they can take care of each other.
Are you going to babysit?
I am. I'll babysit, and then together, with me, we can kill the cats.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's been what I've wanted to do every time I come and visit with you. I want to kill the cats.
The cats like you.
They do like me. That's why I'd be able to easily get them in a burlap sack.
Oh, that's not very nice. You know, if you were a cat, that means some giant would be putting you in their burlap sack.
I am a cat.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You are a cat. That's right.
Well, but never mind. That's important information.
What's your opinion about the elderly using technology?
The elderly should not tweet. It is very dangerous. Tweeting is very dangerous, and I personally have managed to avoid tweeting.
Yeah.
Because only twits tweet.
Okay.
Only twits tweet.
That's good advice. That's great.
And then you don't know. Then you don't know what's going to happen. Then people stalk you. People stalk you.
I wonder what that would be like
online.
to be stalked in real life.
Well, you are going to find out.
Oh yeah, we're not talking about that, okay? Have you ever been stalked? Have you ever been stalked in real life?
That's a good question. Have I? There was a long time ago. when I was a youth.
Tell me about it.
Well, there were these kids when we lived in Revere that they wanted to beat me up.
Well, that's bullies. That's different. I'm talking about someone that admires you and just is obsessed with you.
Oh, yeah.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah, there's someone in my building who every time she sees me, she says, "Take a deep breath." She always says it. It kind of makes me a little bit, but never mind. I guess it's better to have fans than not to have fans.
Tell her to refill her prescription. She obviously is out.
Maybe.
How are the rest of your neighbors in the building? Are they behaving?
They're non-existent. There's one guy who always asks me for a cigarette.
But he knows you don't smoke, though.
I don't smoke, but he can't like get that through. He's like eternally hopeful
that you're gonna start smoking at your age.
That I'm gonna give him a cigarette. He drools. What do you think about drooling? That's what I wanted to know.
Well, if you're like 2 years old, I get it. But when you're 72, yeah. I don't get it.
Well, you know, it all depends. But we won't even go there.
All right.
That's the place.
You have any parting words of wisdom for your audience?
Well, yes, for my audience, I would say take a deep breath and get enlightened as quickly as possible. That's the only way you're going to be able to tolerate what's going to come down.
Is there a certain website they could go to that get them enlightened?
2020 Hypo Hindsight.
Or or they could go to herbieperlman.com.
herbieperlman.com and see this very insightful TB12 method $200 pajama party.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It'll be neurosafe.
Well, what's better, safe or neurosafe?
The Good Housekeeping seal of neurosafety. That's what all my videos have.
All right. So that's your parting words of wisdom?
That is my parted words with the Red Sea.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day?
To get enlightened. I'm gonna. I
thought you already were enlightened.
I was, but I sort of lost it. You know, you kind of lose it. I'm the type of person who people say of me, he's lost it.
That's the understatement of the century.
Yeah, but they're only talking about enlightenment, but I can get it back. That's I think that's true. I think it's
hey, why don't you swear a little more since we're not on broadcast TV?
Fuck that. I don't do that sort of thing.
All right. Say goodbye.
Oh.